Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial. So you'll be developing your web page for your SBA. So you'll use Microsoft Word to do so. So after opening Microsoft Word, you click a blank document and ensure that your page is in web layout. Web layout, you look to the bottom right of your page and you will see web layout and you click it. Okay, so what you're seeing now, I am just putting in a background. You can choose to do a color or you can choose to do a texture. I am doing a texture, so you go to fill effects and you choose an appropriate light business-like background, because remember, this is a company web page. And from there, you will put in your necessary information, such as your header, the election information, and so forth and so on. So just look keenly at each step taken, and you can get creative. It's your own design. It doesn't mean you have to do it just the same as I did, but just get creative. Do not overcrowd your web page. I don't need to see very bright multicolored pictures or images. Just something simple, something appropriate for what is being asked for based on the SBA. Okay guys, after a brief welcome message, the information that you want, which is a summary, will come from your Excel sheet. So of course you should have your Excel sheet open to copy the information from, and ensure you paste it correctly so everything is in the same order. And guys, you'll do fine. Just follow the steps keenly. If you have any questions, feel free to message in the WhatsApp group that I made, and all the best. So if you're through with this first page, then congrats, you have just created your first web page. So what you're going to do is save it. So what is recommended is that you create a folder to save all your separate pages in, and when you're saving it, ensure you give it an appropriate name. For example, if it's your home page, you call it home. And after doing that, ensure that you click save as type. You're going to save it as web page. So just look. All right, so I have my name, and then I'm going to scroll down and I see web page. You click on web page. Then you're going to add an extension to the name. So you see here I'm calling my page homepage.htm, and that is very critical to building your web page. So when you open it in the browser, it will recognize that it's a web page you have created. So kudos to you, you have just created your first web page. So from here, follow the video onward and you see how the other pages are created and how they are linked. Okay, so here I'm going to show you an example of how you create a link. So you highlight the word first, then you right click and click link. So it will bring you to a dialog box where it is showing you the page you created. So you'll click on it and you'll see the address appearing at the bottom. And then after doing that, you click OK. So from there, you have actually created your link. So when you click on it, just like a normal website, it takes you to somewhere else, or it takes you back to the first page. And you know how websites work already, guys. Alright, so we just created a link. It doesn't have a page that you link it to, but it is possible to create a link nonetheless. Alright, so you are about to create your next web page. So you want to keep the same template right across the board, so you don't have to redesign another page. So all you do is go to save as, then you of course ensure you select your save as type, which is web page, and this page now you are going to call it about. So of course it is going to be the word about dot htm. Do not forget the htm. All right, okay, great job if you have just created your second web page. So of course the information from the home page, we will not need it. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to delete it and put in some information about the company, the election company. So just observe as we go through and you have an idea of what you can add on your about page. So now that you know a little bit about Trimbajam election, you are going to now create a page where they can access the nomination form. So of course you do your save as. Remember, we're maintaining the same template across, so it's the same procedure as before. So just follow and you'll be fine. All the best, guys. Alright, so you're just going to give a list of instructions to say if you want the nomination, click here to download. However, ensure that your nomination form, because if you're at this stage, you would have created a nomination form already. Ensure that your nomination form, a copy of it, is in the same folder that you have your web pages in, and that's how you'll be able to create the link. So remember, your nomination form has to be in that folder in order for you to create that link. So like when you go on a website and you click a link and it automatically downloads a document, that's what you're actually creating here. So you're a web page expert, guys. So yes. Alright guys, the same procedure as before. We're creating another web page. You do your save as and you name your web page, and of course your save as type should be web page. So always remember that your extension HTML must be there. So of course, whatever content is there now, you're going to delete it to add the contact information for the company. So you can just observe and see what type of information should be there, and of course, you know, you create your hyperlinks as you go along. If you're having challenges creating your hyperlinks or linking your pages, don't worry. When I do see you eventually in January or whenever, you will get my assistance where that is concerned. But be sure that you create all 4 pages. Just remember, all 4 pages, and then you will get some help from there. But of course, for those of you who want to go ahead and help yourself, be my guest and you will do fine. So we have just opened our web page in our browser to check if it's working, and we'll basically be troubleshooting to ensure that all our links are working based on what we want. So just in case you click on a link and it's not working, which you probably see where I'm back and forth trying to make some corrections to my link, just in case you're having problems, you can always go back and remove the link and create the link again, just to ensure that your website flows, and when you click on your information, it goes from one page to the next. So you do all this troubleshooting to ensure that your website is working properly. Just in case you're having any issues at all, just ensure that you create all your 4 pages, and as soon as we meet face to face, we can do the connections. But I'm expecting you guys to at least make an attempt to create your link and ensure that they work, because time is against us. And of course, I'm sure you all want maximum grade on your SBA, so ensure that everything is done properly. Get creative, follow your SBA outline. Do not forget to follow your outline. Alright guys, so if you have made any changes to your web page, which you've seen where I've made a few changes, when you go back to the browser, all you have to do is refresh the page to reflect whatever changes were made. So ensure that your links work, your information is there, and congrats guys, you just created your own